Previously on Ultimate F1 Career. Gonna head up to the line. Think it's gonna be Paul, is it? Oh, it's not. Third. Lights out, and away we go here in the 2009 F1 season. We've been tagged from behind there, I think by Jarno Trulli, and we dropped down to 6th place. Oh! Well. We have had an engine failure, and we are out of the Australian Grand Prix. Can you believe it? Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to some more F1 2009 and part 2 of our Ultimate F1 Career Mode. I'm Joe if you're new around here, and welcome. If you weren't here for episode 1, then go and check that out. The premise behind this series is that we do one season with every F1 game up to and hopefully including F1 24 or F1 25. We'll see how long it takes. And at the end of each season, we will review our contract offers, and we'll start with one of those teams at the start of the next game. So, for example, if Sauber offer us a drive at the end of this season on this game, then we will start F1 2010 with that team in the next game. But we might decide to stay with Force India as well. So, you know, I'm looking forward to it at the very least. Obviously, last time out, our pace was pretty good. I enjoyed it, enjoyed the racing, but we had an engine failure on lap 2, meaning that we did not finish the race. A mechanical failure there, so hopefully we'll be able to pull off a better result at this Grand Prix. So let's head into the next session. We are going to be going straight for qualifying once again. So let's see how we get on here in Malaysia. Long time since I've driven this circuit, so excited to give it another go. And yeah, leave a like if you enjoy all of that good stuff, and get involved down in the comments section below. So here we go then.
Okay, this is Q1. The top 15 drivers will make it through to the next qualifying session.
Oh, it's wet.
The final 5 will have to make do with places at the back of the grid. This rain will leave. Heidfeld is going out.
Let's just quickly watch the session. Has it dried up? It doesn't look like it, so let's get out there. Let's get a time on the board. We'll head on to the TV cam. Of course, we went to the tail camera because we were confused about the engine blowing up. But let's see how we get on here. But yeah, wet tyres, of course, weren't new for 2009. These were the same tyres that they used back in 2008, 2007. The only thing that was new about the tyres were the dry tyres, which were slick tyres. And that was the first time in a long time that had happened. They'd gone away from the groove tyres. This is a good lap, by the way. First lap around Malaysia for a long time, and this first one could well put us into the top 15. Oh, just outbraked ourselves a little bit there. Got a little bit too far ahead of ourselves. 2.6 seconds off the pace now. But we know there's a hell of a lot more pace in this car. And also Rubens Barrichello leading the way in the Brawn GP. Of course, the championship leader after he won in Australia.
10 minutes left in the session.
We've not used any KERS yet. It's going to take a while to get used to the fact we've got KERS in our car. That's fine, you know, using a big proportion out of those final 2 corners will be okay. And, well, that's 5 seconds off the pace. A 1:41.8. That is pretty damn terrible, isn't it? What I do love about this game, though, is that they did try and implement the real TV graphics. You can see that this sort of looks similar to what it was back in 2009 up in that top left corner. Now, our first sector was pretty good last time. And again, it's pretty good. Only a 1/10 of a second off Rubens Barrichello. I mean, luckily, it doesn't look like we are in the mix for pole position. Certainly not in these conditions, anyway. I have to say, I'm impressed by the lighting and the reflections in the water. I wonder whether we're going to be on dries by the end of the session. A little bit outbraked of ourselves there. 1.5 seconds off in the middle sector. Now that's still fairly slow, really. Oh, it started raining properly again. So this is probably going to be our last chance to put in a decent time. Because the track is just going to get wetter. So here we go then. We're coming up to the line. It's not going to be that fast, really. It's in the 40s. A 140.4, which puts us 10th at the moment. Now, the only thing that might be in our favour is the fact that not everybody has set a time yet. Let's see what we've got in this first sector. Yeah, it's only half a second off, so if we can improve in this middle sector, there might be more time on the table here. We're going to give it our all in Q1 while we're learning the track. Oh, our car just disappeared there. Oh no, there it is. Just in front of us. Not quite sure what happened there. Oh, we are quicker in this middle sector, so we are going to finish this lap then. It's funny, isn't it? It must be the conditions that mean that the draw distance is a lot shorter than normal. Down to 11th as it stands. So Buemi currently a 141.9. Of course, the 2009 Malaysian Grand Prix was the one that was famously cut short and half points were awarded. So here we come, up to the line. Is it going to be any better for us? I think it's a slight... Oh, no, it's not. It's a slightly worse time. So we're going to return to the garage. We'll see what happens. We are 13th. Sutil is below us. Let's just have a quick watch of the session. It looks pretty wet out there. I don't think anybody's going to be improving. We can maybe watch Kimi Räikkönen because he's coming around this middle sector now. Or the final sector, actually. He's coming up towards the final couple of corners. Let's keep an eye on this then. Is Kimi Räikkönen going to usurp us? If he does, then you would suggest that we need to go back out there. And here he comes up to the line. No, it's a 42.7, so I think we're safe. I think we're safe.
You're in P14.
14th now.
Repeat, P14.
There are people out there, of course. Let's keep an eye out on who could go above us. I mean, Kovalainen, he's ahead of us. Piquet is the only one, but I don't think he's going to get round to start another lap in time. It's going to be pretty tight for him anyway.
Barrichello is in P1.
So I think we're okay. Let's keep an eye on Mark Webber. What sort of times can he put in? And it is Mark Webber that's going to come up to the line. He's next over the line, and it's a 41.4. So yeah, I mean, even a Red Bull is not quick enough. So I think we're okay. Let's, well, there you go, time's up. So there, oh, what? No!
15 drivers go through to the next qualifying session.
Well, at least we outqualified our teammate, eh?
That's the end of the session.
Do we get to see the rest of it? Yeah, Rubens Barrichello takes a pole position then. Sebastian Vettel there in second, Webber third, then Hamilton in fourth, a brilliant fourth for McLaren. Trulli fifth, then Button a disappointing sixth, Massa seventh, Alonso eighth, Kubica ninth, and Raikkonen in 10th. Although it does look remarkably like that might just be Q1. But we'll see as we head into the race. A lot sooner than we were expecting, to be honest. But I suppose we'll take 16th. Let's get ourselves into the race then. We have to do the pit strategy, and we will try and see out this strategy this time. 3 laps on the hard tyres, then push on the softs right at the end of the race. Bit of an overcut strategy, which should work well. Oh!
A circuit best known for the notorious hairpin on the final turn. The track consists of wide straights and sweeping corners with plenty of chances to pass. So be aware of those behind as well as those out in front.
Well, it's Sebastian Vettel on pole position ahead of Rosberg, Button, then Webber, Barrichello and Hamilton third row, Massa and Trulli, Alonso and Glock finishing the top 10, Raikkonen out of the top 10, Kubica out of the top 10, Kovalainen and Heidfeld and Bourdais rounding out the top 15 before you've got us, Buemi, Nakajima, Piquet and Adrian Sutil. It is going to be raining out there, so let's see how we get on the wet tyres. Our first wet race in F1 2009. Lights out, away we go, and somebody, I think, has had an engine failure, or is that just to let us know that it is very, very slippy out there? And let's see how we get on going into turn 1. Oh, well, we head down the inside, we're okay. Well, we just about got through there safely, up to 14th in the end, but yeah, first experience of wet conditions then in F1 2009. Oh, definitely heard some argy-bargy behind there. But what's going to be really difficult is that the cars are going to pop in and pop out depending on how close we are. At least we know that they'll pop in when we are close to them. But this is hilarious. Right. Yeah, need to be a bit careful here. We've braked ourselves every time. This time we absolutely nail it. But we know that our pace isn't fantastic in the wet, really. So this could be a bit of a long race, but we'll give it our all, as we always do. And see where we get to come the end of this race. We are currently holding up Kazuki Nakajima, which is great, but remember, you have to get into the top 8 to get into the points in these old scoring rules. Oh, Adrian Sutil into the pits then. I don't think anybody else is going to pit. So 4.5 seconds behind Kovalainen. Not great.
Has gone fastest.
Let's see where we're at the end of this first sector to see if we can realistically make anything up here. Well, it could all come down to the pit stops, because of course there is refueling, isn't there? So yeah, I've no idea whether we'll be able to just float this to the end of the race or not, but we are quicker than Nakajima at least, and pulling out a gap to him. So yeah, we'll keep pushing and see where it gets us in this race. Well, lots of people into the pits then. And we are actually going to end up taking...
That's P6.
Was that P4, I think, once we come through the first corner. But we are going pretty quickly here. 1:40.1, that's a good lap time.
Is up ahead.
Need to come into the pits this lap. Oh, I think we've got a puncture here. I think the tyre's worn through. Oh, come on, in you go. Oh, this is ridiculous. We were doing so well.
Is in front of you.
Yeah, I think the tyres lost their pressure because of how worn through they were. Here we go then. Should be okay. Oh, we're going on to inters. Fair enough. Let's just get out of here now. Come on. There we go. I'm going to be back out in 15th, which is annoying because I feel like we've got so much more pace than that. But we got 2 laps to show it then on intermediate tyres, so we're off the extreme wets now. And I wonder whether the people that came in the lap before, did they change onto the intermediates, or are they all on hard tyres? We will find out. Could be an exciting couple of laps here, folks. There's a couple more people in the pit lane as we are heading now onto the final lap of the race. We're up to 13th as it stands. Looks like some people maybe 2 stopped. I don't think we're gonna trouble the top 10, but it's been a fun race, definitely. I mean, the closing in on Raikkonen earlier was very fun, but yeah, maybe taking the tyres longer into the race was the wrong idea. So that's something to take forward, although we might get Nakajima here. Ooh, a little bit too eager to get into that corner, and that might cost us. Little dab on the brakes as we try and hold it fairly flat through there. Little dab on Kers. Are we going to be able to get a move into the final couple of corners? And well, that's poor, isn't it? And it could be Nelson Piquet that gets a chance on us here. Are we going to be able to fly into the final corner and overtake these guys? No, they're too far ahead, but definite progress. We're going to finish the Malaysian Grand Prix in a very, very decent 13th place. We'll settle for that. So Sebastian Vettel wins the Malaysian Grand Prix. Rubens Barrichello finishes 2nd ahead of Button in 3rd. Webber finishes 4th ahead of Hamilton. Rosberg finishes 6th ahead of Massa and Robert Kubica. Raikkonen there in 9th outside of the points. We were just behind him before our pit stop, but of course we got the puncture, and I think the puncture did cost us a couple of positions. We'd have probably finished 11th on pace. Kovalainen seems to have got a penalty for some reason, not entirely sure. But again, we finish ahead of our teammate, 13th place. Where does that put us in the championship? 17th at the moment. So we will have to keep pushing, keep seeing what we can do. We're in a very, very bad Force India car. You know, we're not expecting to score points. Of course, only the top 8 score points. It is going to be special occasions when we do score those World Championship points, but I'm pretty happy with that. We did okay. A lackluster performance, apparently. Yeah, nobody wants to talk about me at the moment. But our next Grand Prix then will be the Chinese Grand Prix, and we will be with that next time out. So if you have enjoyed it, give it a massive thumbs up down below, subscribe for plenty more Ultimate F1 career content. It's going to be a long series, folks, and F1 2009 is just the start of the journey. Don't forget that. We've got F1 2010, 2011, 2012, all of the games to enjoy all the way up to the newest release. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.